kamati kaura, kaura, kamati kaura, kaura. Abanane, uhuru, uhuru, aupane, kaupane, aupane, kopane, ikitera, oh! I wasn't trying to make it rain. I wasn't hitting my screaming without a reason. What I just did is a traditional Maori dance, which is performed by a team from New Zealand called the All Blacks, before each game they have, in order to inspire their players and the audience. But what does this team play? Rugby. Rugby is a very intense sport, contact sport, played all around the world. It is so popular in Europe that it has its own world championship, and which has been taking place during these weeks in England. As a rugbyer, which is the way we like to be called rugby players, I know the amazing things that this sport has to offer. So I decided to take this chance to share a little bit with you what rugby is about. Most people find rugby a little bit hard to understand, but you will see it is not. So here we have the three main characteristic things about rugby, which are the ball, the uniform, and the formations. First we have the ball. The ball is 30 centimeters long with the 16 centimeters of circumference. You can compare it to a small watermelon. The basic objective of rugby is taking the ball to the opposite goal area, which could be here and then. In rugby, well, as long as the ball looks like an American football ball, you're probably thinking that it is thrown the same way that the American football ball is thrown, you know, like this. But in rugby, you cannot throw the ball towards. You can only do it backwards. Maybe you can think this is a little bit difficult, and yeah, it is difficult. But there is a special movement. That is called the Zeppelin, in which you throw the ball backwards, making spin up, and while it flies to the other player, it looks like a Zeppelin. That's why it is called like that. Rugby is, as I said, is an intense contact sport. But as incredible as it seems, rugbyers do not wear any kind of protection. Here we have the basic rugby uniform. As you can see, it looks like a football uniform. Here we have the t-shirt, the shorts, the socks, and even the cleats. But you can find extra gear like the helmets. But its function is not to protect, like an American football helmet will do. This is most used to protect your ears. You can also find this kind of vests, which are used just to protect your chest from little injuries. And even gloves, but this kind of helmet is very strange to see during a match, an official match. And you may probably you're wondering why we do not use any kind of protection since it is a contact sport. Well, it's because things like this are not allowed. You can only tackle the opposite team player from this region down. But what kind of protection would you need when you look like this, right? The next characteristic thing about rugby are the formations. There are two The most two recognizable formations on rugby is scrum. Here we have me at this side. This is called scrum. Basically in scrum, you fight to get the ball back. The ball is thrown in the middle of the players, and they fight to get it only with your feet. And the only member that you can do it is the person in the middle. If you can catch the ball with the feet, you keep it. The next basic formation in rugby is called line. This happens when the ball goes out of the field. It's basically the same as scrum. You fight to get the ball back, but in the air. Most people, as I said, find rugby a little bit complex to understand. But as you could say, it is not. And now you know how to identify the ball. You know how the basic uniform looks like, and how the basic formations are. And maybe you can find a hobby in it. Maybe in a few years you will find yourself singing along with the All Blacks saying, I died, I live. I died, I live. Here is a hairy man who fetched the sun. One awkward step, another awkward step. The sun shines.